This is a Glitterball podcast. Before we get into today's episode, please remember I'm judging these housemates based solely off of an edit and not as total people. Please don't send them any hate, it's just a game show. As the finale grows ever closer, the housemates are facing their festive fears in a chance of redemption for the shopping task, and we see Bruce and Coco grow ever closer. Welcome to another episode of He's Always Watching. From Glitterball, this is He's Always Watching, a Big Brother podcast. Hello Fishbowl friends, and welcome to another episode of He's Always Watching. We have some stuff to get into today, don't we? Because the festive mayhem has absolutely continued as our housemates have faced their festive fears. Well, some of them, I have to be honest, some of them haven't. Some of them had a very easy ride with that fear task, but we'll get into that soon enough. And we have seen Bruce and Coco grow ever closer. Plus, there's something I want to talk to you that we haven't seen yet, but we've seen on the live stream. So we're going to unpack all of that in this episode. So let's start with the thing that we haven't seen yet. I just want to put a little spoiler alert in here, because I have a sneaky suspicion, unless they've shoved him in a secret room, which I don't think they have, we already know one of the two double eviction evictees for Sunday. That is Edward, because he has been missing from the stream and it's quite obvious and noticeable, and this is probably one of the downsides of a live stream situation, is it does kind of give away that spoiler of who went home, if indeed that is the case, because I think it's a little late in the run to put him in a secret room, given that we only have like 2 days left to go. So I would just imagine that he has been evicted. And you know what? I'm kind of glad, because the villain edit was getting old real fast. He really let his ass hang out. So we'll unpack that a little more on Eviction Monday, if we are indeed correct and he has gone home. But I just wanted to note that, because I thought it was interesting that that spoiler has been given away on the live stream. I've actually been watching a little bit of the live stream. It's quite odd seeing the house so empty, given that there is barely any of them left, which is quite bizarre given I was so used to them talking over each other, which is kind of why I stopped watching. But let's dive into the meat and potatoes of this episode, shall we? Because we have to talk about our housemates facing their festive fears after they failed the caroling task. Big Brother gave them a chance at redemption. And it wasn't going to be easy, because they had to face their festive fears. Well, some of them did at least, because I have to be honest, Alana, she got the easy option, there is absolutely no doubt. Having to shake all those baubles from the box, compared to Bruce having to eat the chilies, and Emily have to eat the blue cheese, and Coco having to drink the monstrosities that Big Brother created for her. She got it easy. And I was like, this doesn't feel fair. How is everybody else dealing with mayhem and she's just shaking some baubles out of a box? Sure, it was entertaining, but I was like, that's the best you've got for it, Big Brother? Did you run out of diabolical ideas so soon? But I enjoyed this task. I liked the Christmas theming. In fact, I really like that the Christmas theming has stuck around all week. This is exactly what I'm saying. Have a longer task where there's bits of the task across the week. This was great. And there's no reason why they can't do that with other things. So I really hope it's a note they take into next year of stretch out your tasks. It's okay. It can still be entertaining and fun for your viewers. You just got to get a little more creative with it. And this was a perfect example of that done well, because this was a lot of fun. The housemates in the end got $250, I believe it was, maybe $300. And they went shopping crazy. But Coco's true colours have been exposed because Australia got to ask some questions, and the fallout for her wasn't so great. Because not only did the public reveal that she drank a Coke while doing her shopping, they also revealed that she has been hiding coffee this entire time, and her fellow housemates did not seem pleased about that in the slightest. Which is quite fair, because I would have rioted. Like, what is wrong with you? It would have been pitchforks for Coco, because it's not really acceptable behaviour to be that selfish in a group living situation. And speaking as someone who deeply loves their coffee, I would not necessarily cope that well if I've had, 4 or 5 weeks away from the caffeine, and then I hear that someone has been stealing coffee the entire time. I just think it's a little ridiculous, but there you go. After the break, we will get into the ever-going saga that is Bruce and Coco. I will see you in just a second. Welcome back, Fishbowl friends. It is time to dive into the ever-ongoing saga of Bruce and Coco. Now, our lovebirds have been very lovey-dovey this week and very much all over each other. And I'm sorry, but you can't tell me their house isn't noticing them squirreling away for kisses all the time. They think they're being very sneaky, but I have to vehemently disagree. I don't think it's that sneaky, and I still think it's totally hypocritical. Both she and Bruce are all over each other like two teenagers madly in love now. And it just is a bit much. The amount we've seen them kiss in the last few episodes, I'm like, I could honestly do a drinking game for the amount of times you guys have kissed. It's kind of boring. I much more enjoyed seeing Coco have her meltdown over everything than I do watching them kind of lock lips, if you will. It just doesn't do anything for me, and it can't be that entertaining for the broader public. I can't be the only one with this opinion. I really wish we could move on. I wish we were seeing more of Alana and Emily even. Like, their friendship I find quite fun. Or Bruce and Colin. I understand that it's an easy plot point to grab going, oh, let's show the lovebirds because it's an easy, digestible plot point for the general public. But it's just exhausting. Do I think it will have legs on the outside? Maybe more now that they seem to be actually discussing it like that. Although I do have some serious questions about Coco. How is she going to juggle that with her kids? Now, really, that is none of my business, but the way she's been speaking of, like, having to borrow money to pay for Christmas and all this kind of story time of how difficult it's been, is she really going to have time to fit Bruce into this equation? Or worse still, are they going to start a couple's YouTube channel and that's how she'll make money? I think that could actually be the case, and I don't like it. But I've just found them very grating to watch this week. It's not been that entertaining for me. To move on to something that is, however, because I want to keep this a more joyful experience than not, I want to talk about Bruce and Colin's secret mission. Because this is the one moment in the last couple of days where I've actually enjoyed Bruce. I really enjoyed this secret task. This was stupid in the best way. I also loved Big Brother's sass about it. Stealing Emily's Grinch mask was fun. The fact that Bruce was able to get that rug from the living room into the diary room and no one blinked an eye is astounding. And then, of course, you have the argument with Alana. Now, did that need to go that far? No. Was I thoroughly entertained? Absolutely. I did feel for Alana because she had no idea, and I don't really think they've patched it up very well after the event, which concerns me slightly. But what are you going to do? That is really on Bruce to mend that fence, and I actually don't think he's that capable of mending fences. That might be controversial, but he just comes across as someone who isn't able to resolve conflict very well from all that we've seen. I think the only person he manages to resolve conflict very well with is Coco. And that's just because they're on a similar wavelength. So I don't think we'll ever see those two back on the terms that they were prior to that fake argument, unfortunately. But this was a great little fun moment, and the house seemed very happy to have that giant mound of KFC turn up at their front door, didn't they? That was a lot of chicken for not that many people, that's all I'm going to say. But with that is your roundup of the last few days inside that famous fishbowl, Australia's most famous theme park dwelling. And I will see you on Monday as we unpack all of the double eviction chaos. Has Edward actually gone home? We will find out. And who will be joining him? My prediction is that it might be Coco. I would love it to be Colin, but I think it might be Coco. So we shall see. And I'll be here on Monday to unpack it all with you. In the meantime, until then, however, if you've enjoyed this episode, please rate, review, and share it wherever you get your podcasts. And share it with a friend, because the more the merrier of you on this journey with me. I will see you on Monday. In the meantime, remember, Big Brother's not the only one. He's always watching. Take care.